बोलो नमो विष्णुपदाय Krishna prasthaya Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshata Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama
Today is very good. No Facebook, nothing. Just the Zoom recording. And they have a connection if they want. But if they're couple. Because in New Orleans and other places, they have a hurricane or something, tornado or something. Storm, big storm. Okay, we're going to begin chapter 3 today. So let's invoke the mercy of Guru Gauranga so that they can guide us from within to serve Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we're going to offer some Puspanjali at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Parampara. Om Jnanatimirandasa Enanjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Guruve Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadam Radhisha Padantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavascha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanikam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakanta Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Himate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunnavani Pashyata Deshatani Pancha Kalpataruvesya Vipa Sindhu Paivacha Patitanam Pavunibho Vaishnavibho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama So we are beginning chapter 3. So chapter 3, when you go through the verses, we divided like different devotee. Already they did in Chopati, Chaitanya Chan Prabhu, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, different devotee categorized. The first day we discussed that Krishna did not tell Arjuna by the chapter. He answered 16 of Arjuna's question through 574 verses. And Krishna addressed Arjuna with 20 or 22 names, and Arjuna addressed Krishna in 40 names. 40, I said 40, something like that. And each name has a deep meaning. So on the third chapter, these are the division by the acharyas. So Prabhupada translated second chapter as the content summary. No Sanskrit, just English. But the third chapter, he didn't say any English. He said Karma Yoga. But in the purport, he put, one of the purport he put, work in Krishna consciousness. Karma Yoga means work in Krishna consciousness. But as a title, he put Karma Yoga, English. So we'll go with that. And we'll find it very fascinating. So this chapter has 43 verses. And I was going through also with the commentary of these devotees. And then 1 to 10 is Karma Yoga, is better than Jnana Yoga. So today's discussion is also what is karma, what is karma kanda, what is karma yoga, what is jnana kanda, jnana yoga, and then upasana kanda where bhakti comes. You follow? And if we don't have this breakdown, then we may be not precisely knowing exactly what we are doing, and we may not also appreciate others' involvement where they are, and we can also help each other this way. So first we'll start with 1 to 10 today. 1 to 10. So this title text 1 to 10 is called Karma Yoga is better than what? Jnana Yoga. And Prabhupada gives a very different definition of Karma Yoga. Now, when you hear some of the Narottam Das Thakur song or Bhaktivinoda Thakur song, then you may feel a little scared, because Narottam Das Thakur sings, Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Kevala Vishayar Bhanda, Amrita Bolia Jeva Khai, Nana Joni Sadafire, Kadarja Bhakshan Kare, Tar Janma Adhapate Jai. The section of the Veda dealing with the fruitive activities, spiritual knowledge, are reservoir of poison. Now you say spiritual knowledge, reservoir of poison? No, it is Jnana Kanda. It is not exactly spiritual knowledge, but that's how it translated. You follow? We cannot just take a literary word of the English. We have to understand this is Jnana Kanda. So, first of all, karma and Gyan, two concepts are covering the bhakti in our heart. If you want to pick the bhakti kripa, you have to be aware how the bhakti kripa looks like. Otherwise, the sum of the wheats may be more attractive than the bhakti kripa. And we think this sprout looks more attractive. I think this is bhakti. And you take out everything, you also throw bhakti, and you're keeping one of the unwanted things. This is how acharyas explain it. Follow. So we have to be expert gardener. Guru give initiation means he gives seed. He or she, because there's mother guru also. So Guru gives seed, but then we have to sow it. Guru sow it in the heart, but Guru is not giving the water or fans or fertilizer. Who is giving? Each soul. So you have to become an expert gardener to be aware that at what stage, what are you going to see. So it's a Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Let's see what the first Karma Kanda is. For Karma Kanda is addressed by Prabhupada as a fruit hunting. I want to enjoy the result of karma for myself. What is karma? In a sense, you can write that so long I want to enjoy separately from Krishna, that is karma. Now, karma not necessarily, don't dismiss the idea of karma means activity. That is also definition. You follow? Because in Bhagavad Gita, what is the 4.9, that Janma karma chame dibbam evam jo vitti tattata. So it says, anybody knows my janma karma, birth and the activities. So there the word karma is there. Karma means pastimes here. Krishna is saying himself in Bhagavad Gita. If you look at that 4.9, see, Krishna used the word karma. Now you say karma is bad. I thought karma word is bad. No, but karma word here means activities of God. What pastime he did. Huh? If you look at 4.9, what did Prabhupada translate? The word is karma. Krishna used that word karma. Janma karma chame dibbam evam jobeti tattata. If you know these activities of God and if you know his birth, then what will happen? Tekta deham punarjanma noiti. You will not take birth again. Mameti, you will come to me. Two results. Noiti, mameti, last two words. Noiti means you will not take birth. Mameti means you will come to me. So it's very nice. But the word karma is there also. Janma karma. So we should be very aware. The karma here doesn't mean karma. That what we are discussing right now. Here karma means pastime of Krishna. So karma kanda. Then 10.10 Prabhupada says also that karma yoga means when a devotee knows the goal of life, but he's still interested. See if you can see anybody you know who is acting like this. They know the goal of life, but they still want to enjoy the fruit of this world. Do you know anybody? They want to make money and enjoy life, good car and other, but they know the goal of life. They want to be also pure devotee. You ever heard anybody like that? Everybody, most of the devotee. So try to understand. You have a 10 to 10, 10, 10 in the purport. Can you go 10 of 10? See what Prabhupada says. What is Karma Yoga here? So are you full Krishna consciousness or you're Karma Yogi? Look at it. Can you read? Okay, hold on. Prabhupada added a word I didn't realize. Addicted. Did you say addicted? It's an addiction. You know, addiction means you don't know, you cannot give up easily. Addiction is not like, oh, I don't want tomorrow. No, addiction means you fall for it. You follow automatically. So I hope everybody understanding from that point. Now, when we say karma here is propounded by the Jaimini, one of the 6 philosophers that try to help this world, but they are all atheist philosophers. Jaimini says, he says there may be one who has connected us with this world and our karma. But karma is all in all, he says. He is indifferent inspector, means God has created you, he put you here, then he disappears. He has nothing to do with you anymore. You are on your own. You do good karma, you live good life. You do bad karma, you go to jail, suffer. This is how originally the karma kando manifested. You follow? This is also part of Veda. And he said, what you should do, according to our karma, we shall thrive, we shall go down. This activity is recommended to you. If you go on with your karma, you will be happy. Of course, it cannot be denied, karma fall, the result of karma. So I'm paraphrasing. His whole idea is that some or other do good karma to stay on the top of your good luck. If you take birth in Guyana, come to America and get a better job and go to a best place in America. I don't know where it is, somewhere, Hawaii or something. You know, go something like this. Means whole idea is that always do, well, what about the bad things happen? Keep on doing good karma, you will eventually beat all the system and you will stay on the top of the good. This is, and then that's it. Nothing to do with God, nothing to do with serving God or anything. This is what, this is called karma kando. Everybody understood? Karma kando means you are on your own. Yes, yes. And he says, goal, result at the end, what will happen? Liberation, it's all exaggeration. He doesn't even promote that liberation. He says, you are here forever. Oh God, that sounds scary. You reap what you sow. You heard about? You reap what you sow? Sure. So for happy life, forever, art of endeavor is stay ahead with your karmic pile. The art of living is how to end up on top of the karmic pile. See, he's a genius. I mean, Jaimini is a rishi. You know, he's a Vasudev disciple. This is what Vedas is all about, according to him. He did not introduce anything else. So Jaimini wrote big Karma Mimamsa philosophy. Now you may say, like, where did Jaimini get this idea? It's from Krishna. Krishna spoke this to the Brajavasis on Govardhan Leela. You remember? He gave this whole philosophy. Everything coming from Krishna. But Krishna did not say we should practice that. He was giving that logic to convince his father and the Brajavasis. So we understood what karma kando is. Karma kando will entangle you in this world and it will drag you down and down. You'll never get out. Everybody understood that point? Okay. Karma yoga means that you are using your senses, but ultimate result, you are not the enjoyer. You are indifferent to the result. Just like you join in the movement, you distribute books, whether you understand or not, but you are dedicated. You're giving your whole time for the welfare of the society. So that's perfect karma yogi. That's why Prabhupada put this karma yoga is actually Krishna consciousness began. Now this chapter is very interesting. We're coming there, but I'm just going to give a little. As she read, the Prabhupada said 10.10 that one who understands the goal of life but addicted to fruits of activities. You know fruits of activities? If I work a little hard, I can buy the Lamborghini. You want it? No, you don't want. Okay. But Mercedes, something like that. I want to have a good car. Why not? So like that. So this is called karma kanda. And then when you use it for Krishna's service, but you are not the enjoyer, but you are using everything, then it turns into karma yoga. And then it goes to pure bhakti, slowly, slowly. Now, Jnana Yoga Prabhupada says, when you know the goal of life, but you still like to speculate. You ever know anybody who like to speculate about anything or everything? Like they know ultimate goal is Krishna Prem, they should serve Krishna, but they still like to think, yeah, but who did this? They like to speculate on their own. You ever met anybody? Never? Everywhere. Amongst us. We don't give reference of Shastra, we just say what we think. These are called Jnana Yogi. You follow? So now, and Buddhi Yoga, Prabhupada also write that they control of the senses by intelligence, work without fruitive desire. It's almost like Karma Yoga. So that's why both are considered work in Krishna consciousness. Very nice. Now let's start with the first sloka. See how it is. Oh, I'm going to give a little synopsis. This is a very important for this chapter. You have to remember this. Next week, maybe one of you can tell me. We got some nice devotees here. So the flow of this chapter, the whole third chapter, is not linear, is not straight, like what it is. You know, zigzag. You cannot see exactly how far, where we are ending, but you are going, you see that it's going. So Krishna and Arjuna's discussion is like this. And you have to like follow like very attentively, then you'll see at the end, Krishna actually promote the karma yoga. Everybody understood karma yoga? I don't want to go ahead. What was the karma yoga? No, you offer it to Krishna for doing, you're not enjoyer of the, like you take prasadam, you're not really enjoyer. Krishna is the enjoyer. So that's karma yoga. Karma yoga is Krishna consciousness in that sense, in some aspect, work with Krishna consciousness. So at the end, but question is in the beginning, conclusion of this zigzag road of third chapter is the karma yoga. But question is here that how this came into now, basically Arjuna's mind is like questioning, should I fight or not fight? If I don't fight, if I go to the forest and practice Jnana Yoga, what is the Jnana Yoga? In that sense means no activities. You philosophize. You follow? Then what will happen? If you are not involved with activities, then you are not committing any fruitive activities. So you are already liberated. But to be liberated, you have to like purify the senses through the knowledge. So in that sense, Jnana Yoga is higher than Karma Yoga. Can you see it? But Krishna did not say you should do Jnana Yoga. He said, no, you should go do Karma Yoga. Now how they came to conversation is very interesting. Arjuna said, should I renounce the world and go to forest and practice Jnana Yoga? Why? For liberation. So then, or should I stay in this world and do Karma Yoga? Means, should I get involved with the fighting? Why Arjuna is thinking like this? Because Arjuna is thinking of two things. One is, no fighting, no activities means, fighting means, killing means is bikarma according to him, which is not a good. Bikarma is bad. And if I go to the inactivity, retirement from the activities, then it is better. Now, here is very interesting. There is a, as I mentioned, there is a karma kanda, above is karma yoga, then above is jnana yoga. This is a ladder. Okay? Karma kanda, then jnana, karma yoga, then jnana yoga. These are like a hierarchy. Just think of these three. That's all in this chapter. Now, question also, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, very interestingly, what if Arjuna says, well, I'm qualified for Jnana Yoga. I'm tired of no involved in this, fighting and this. I just want to be liberated, just get out of here. What if I'm qualified to Jnana Yoga? Then Krishna is saying, you are not qualified. First question, I put it in wrong. If I'm not qualified for Karma Yoga, Krishna says, then Arjuna says, then Krishna suggested him, then you should do Karma Kanda, and Karma Kanda eventually will lead you for purification to Karma Yoga. Means that from Karma Kanda is supposed to go to Karma Yoga, then Jnana Yoga. Follow, this is the ladder. So if you think you are not qualified for Karma Yoga, then do the Karma Kanda. Karma Kanda means you want the result yourself. So he said, eventually it will purify to Karma Yoga. You still do the Karma Yoga. Krishna is not promoting Jnana Yoga. Then Arjuna's question is, then what if I'm qualified for Jnana Yoga? I'm tired of, you'll find, sometime maybe you will think yourself, I'm tired of life. Just tired. Just want to get out. Somewhere, Radha Kund, somewhere, just chant and just do nothing. This idea is there within us. It's not something artificial. This Bhagavad Gita is like relevant to our day-to-day life. We just have to link it. So Arjuna says, what if I'm qualified to Jnana Yoga? And guess what Krishna says? He said, still you should set up an example as Karma Yoga. And then if you say why Krishna is doing this, it's very interesting. He says, because Arjuna's point is, Jnana Yoga gives me liberation. Will Karma Yoga gives me liberation? It's a very nice question. Then Krishna says, yes, it will give you liberation, what Jnana Yoga gives ultimately. So then Arjuna's final question is last 5 or 6 sloka, very important. He says, okay, so I'll be doing Karma Yoga and then get liberation. What will be the challenges to do the Karma Yoga? It is the prominent challenges is the lust that you have to conquer in order to do the Karma Yoga. Because lust will not allow. Lust is not a sex. Lust is not only sex, it is the separate existence. I want to enjoy, like prestige, adoration. These are all subtle form of lust or gross form of, like separate existence from God. I want to just be on my own. I'm a religious person. I am this, I'm that. I is the center. Like this whole thing is lust. So this is how it ends. So we'll start with the first sloka. Let's start with everybody. We'll just recite together, okay? Is that okay? Text 1. Arjuna uvacha jayasi chita karmanaste mata buddhi janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyayasi kesava. Bhutavavan Prabhu, can you read the first translation? Louder. Got it? Keshava, you want to start? You don't. You start. Louder. See how intelligent question Arjuna asked. Is intelligence is better than fruitive words? Yes. So Arjuna is saying to Krishna that intelligence is higher than ghastly warfare, or which he calls fruity war, then why you engaging me in this ghastly warfare? But better than is intelligent. Why not I go for intelligent? It's a very good question. So let's see what Prabhupada says. Purport. Would you like to read, Mother Tejaswini?
But without being trained in the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, it is not advisable to chant the name of Krishna in a secluded place, where one may acquire only cheap adoration from innocent public. Arjuna also thought of Krishna consciousness or Buddha yoga or intelligence in spiritual advancement of knowledge as something like retirement from active life, and the practice of penance and austerity at a secluded place. In other words, he wanted to skillfully avoid fighting by using Krishna consciousness as an excuse. But as sincere student, he placed the matter before his master and questioned Krishna as to his best course of action. In answer, Lord Krishna elaborately explained karma yoga or working Krishna consciousness in this first chapter.
Okay, so this purport Prabhupada gives two very important things that I mean, many devotees think sometimes that to become serious means you have to go to like isolated Radha Kund or some places where you just hide yourself and just do bhajan. Wow, he's so serious. He's just chanting whole day. But Prabhupada giving a very nice point. He said, without being trained in Krishna consciousness philosophy, one is not advised to go in a secluded place to chant. Without being trained, why? Why somebody would choose to go to a secluded place to chant? Yeah. Because if somebody really wants to please Mahaprabhu, he will do Sankirtan and engage people. You follow? Mahaprabhu never suggested you go to a secluded place and do it. It is the mental speculation we created this. It is not advised by Mahaprabhu anywhere. You show me anywhere. Mahaprabhu says, Nachaga Bhakta Sangha Kara Sankirtan. Nachaga Bhakta Sangha Kara Sankirtan. Krishna Nama Upadesi Taro Sarvajan. You dance, chant, and preach with the, you dance and chant and with the association of devotee and deliver this world with the preaching. So he said both, you do both. You follow? He never said you are just isolated in one place by yourself and secluded place and chant. He did never anticipated that. So why somebody does this? Why many people like to do it? Yeah. Yes. They think they are more qualified than people. People don't know that they're more qualified. It's just some self-pity, self-adoration. There's some distinction they want from the public, innocent public. If everybody sees me chanting in a quiet place for a whole day, then they will like, wow, he's a great devotee. Generally, we would think like this. But a great devotee means he is serving the Lord. He's engaging others in the service, not just for his own selfish interest he's hiding somewhere. So this is very important. I mean, I would never think like this until I read, Prabhupada's books, then it's eye-opening. Oh, then you look at Mahaprabhu's time, that's what Mahaprabhu's devotees did. Nobody went in a cave and chanting like quietly. But everybody had a big, big kirtan, distributing Krishna consciousness, engaging. You see all those, even from beginning, Mahaprabhu's Leela, Chand Kaji Leela, millions of people coming to chant. Wherever Mahaprabhu going, he's dancing, chanting. Nothing like a hide and secret. Not like that. Yes? That is different. But we are talking about Mahaprabhu Sankirtan mission. Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement is not for isolation. Mahaprabhu Sankirtan movement is like you engage, you have a family, you make everybody devotee. You make your family, neighbor, everybody devotee. Not just, but of course, when you are very well trained, you have preached enough, then you are like tired and you can't do anymore. Then you just go to a quiet place and do some writing books and chanting and spend your time. That is different. But somebody, if don't have a good training, just want to just dive into the secluded place, there's some ulterior motive. Okay, this is good. So what is this refer to? Why this broad is there? Because Arjuna wanted to run away from the world. He didn't want to, he wanted to go to the forest or be a beggar. He thought that is higher than involved in the war. You follow? So that's what the whole idea that Krishna is dismissing. Okay. The next sloka together. Vyamisreneva vaikena buddhim mahoyasirveme tadekam vada nishchitta jena sreyam apnayam. Translation? Gopi? See, this is wonderful. Our goal is Krishna. Krishna Prem. Our goal is Krishna means Krishna Prem. Through Krishna Prem you get Krishna. But Krishna here revealing. Very interesting. Here Arjuna is saying, my intelligence is bewildered by your equivocal. This sounds like a vague. Can you be a little clear, please? What are you trying to say? That's what it means, equivocal. Means, can you just tell me why? Why Arjuna is saying like this? Because Krishna's instruction that he wanted him to get involved in the war, but in the whole second chapter, he placed only one place he mentioned about the involved in the war. So here, the purport, let's see the purport. Could somebody, Trivikram Prabhu? Prelude. Prelude means introducing. Hold on. Everybody understand one second. You know what is Shankha Yoga? Otherwise, we're going to read, we'll just lost it because we'll see this word many places. All over Bhagavatam has. Kapildev here, there, Shankha. What is Shankha means? Number, counting. But what does that means? Means what is matter, what is spirit. When you distinguish this, you follow? Who are the people Krishna is addressing here? Those who are Jnana Yogi. Jnana Yogi, they want, what is this? This is matter. Or this body, this is matter. Everything is matter. This is not nati. You're looking for spirit. So you're rejecting everything, then you don't find anything. And that's how they eliminate everything. You follow? But idea of Jnana Yogi, Krishna is rejecting here. Why? Because this idea of what is matter, what is spirit. Now tell me, how do you know what is spirit within you right here? This is matter. Your mind is matter. Your material intelligence is matter. Everything is matter. Where are you? If you don't take Krishna consciousness, can you find the spirit? No. Because we are following Krishna consciousness, we can say, I'm thinking. That thinking power is the soul, is a servant of God. Okay, that is Krishna consciousness. But Shankha philosophy, these are Jnanis, for impersonalists mostly. You follow? So when Prabhupada says such as Shankha Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, control the senses by intelligence. So that's how they do the process. Very good. Go ahead, Prabhu.
Although Krishna had no intention of confusing Arjuna by any jugglery of words, Arjuna could not follow the process of Krishna consciousness, either by inertia or active service.
Look at that. Even Arjuna had a, of course, Arjuna was put into it. We should not think like, but still he is acting as a conditioned soul like this because Krishna put him. Okay.
By his question, he clearly for all students who seriously want to understand the mystery of Bhagavad.
Wonderful. This is nice. I like that purport Prabhupada gives. So wonderful. So let's focus on that purport just few minutes. So here, original question Arjuna had, what should I do? What I should do? He says, Tadekam bado nishchita. So tell me one thing for certain what I should do. Ekam bado jena shreya aham apnoyam, by which I will attain auspiciousness, by which I will attain ultimate benefit. This is Arjuna's question. Tell me one thing. Sometimes we wonder also, right? Can't you just tell me one thing that I should do? That's all. Don't give a whole explanation. I get bewildered. You know, sometimes ever it happen. That's what Arjuna is saying. So here Krishna says, Maheshava is used to indicate that yes, your intention is not to put me in illusion. Somehow I have got into illusion. So very nicely. So Arjuna sees two options. Let's see if we can here use the word buddhi. So here buddhi yoga addresses a renouncing. What is renouncing? Inactivities, means no activities. And other one is bikarma, means activity, but it's a fighting. He thinks this is a non-religious, not a good idea. Killing is not a good idea in general, you follow? But Arjuna is killing, not a killing like we think of killing. Arjuna is purifying them to separate their body and soul so they can have a better life. And they did. So this is difference. But Arjuna, that is Krishna consciousness. So here, Arjuna is saying, if I have to fight, he's thinking fighting is bikarma. So why should I perform bikarma? This is his question. Very nice question Arjuna has. So if you are thinking buddhi is better, intelligence is better than karma, why you are engaging me? Can you imagine in the middle of the battlefield this kind of discussion? It's not an argument. This is proper between the guru and disciple. We don't take it blindly, faith in guru. We have to have a submissive inquiry. Submissive, genuine, honestly, but inquiry. Not like everything guru say, I take it like it. Yes, if you know guru's position is real, pakka, that is Mahabhagavat like this, then yes. But Krishna is pakka or not? Pakka guru. But even that Arjuna is asking. In fact, Krishna does not refer fight. Do you know one sloka only so far? That Krishna mentioned only one sloka. If you have 2.38, is the only place Krishna mentioned to fight. Until that, he did not even mention what he's supposed to do, Arjuna, what he's supposed to do. There, that sloka is Sukhe dukhe samakrita labha labho jaya jayo tatha juddaya jujjasya naibam papam avapsasi. So Sukhe dukhe samakrita. Sukhe dukhe samakrita labha alabha jaya jayo. And this is the only place in entire second chapter Krishna mentioned Arjuna what he should do. But that sloka, if you think sukhe dukhe, in happiness or distress, sukhe dukhe samakrita, you be equal. Labha alabha, labha means profit, alabha means losing. Whether you lost or you gain, you remain calm, peaceful. Sukhe dukhe samakrita labha labha jaya jaya tatha juddaya jujjasya. You should fight. Noivam papam avashyasi. With this mentality, if you fight, there is no pap. What is pap? Sin. What is sin? What causes you entangle and you suffer. Pap causes you entangle, and pap comes from where? Where pap comes from? Sin. Where it comes from? Avidya, ignorance. Ignorance produces the seed, and seed produces the desire. Papa bija, then papa karma, then you suffer this gradation one after another cycle. The seed comes from ignorance. Avidya karma sangyana titeya shaktirishyate. Shastra says avidya karma sangyana. Karma originally came from avidya, ignorance. Maya Devi has a two potency. Huh? One is vidya, she liberates. One is avidya, she binds. She binds also, she liberates. In Sattvagun, she liberates. With Raja and Tamagun, she binds. So here, this is the only place Krishna says, Sukhe dukhe samakrita labha labho jaya jaya tatha juddhayo jiddesha noivam papamavasasi. And if you, with that mentality, if you do this fight, then you'll never incur sin. You'll be liberated. But after that, 2.39 to 72. Second chapter is a big chapter. 18th chapter is the biggest. The second chapter is the second. But no mention anywhere about this war. So that's why Arjuna is coming back to this chapter here. That Krishna is talking about the peace of the heart. Very interesting. When heart is in harmony with our spiritual nature, then we get a deep, unflippable. Unflippable means like peaceful, calm. Peace, where Arjuna is thinking of peace in terms of what is happening in the battlefield. What is Arjuna thinking of peace means? No fighting. In general, if you tell somebody they are fighting, say, hey, peace, peace, peace. Why you say peace? Means no fighting. You understand? This is a common thing in the world, not only in America. Whenever there is a war or something, we want peace, we don't want war. They think peace means no fighting. So what is Arjuna? Because it's coming from Arjuna. Arjuna is thinking peace means no war, no fighting. I'm not going to fight. And nobody should fight. Even Dhritarashtra, I just read other day. Dhritarashtra was asking Sanjaya, so what are they doing? Dharmasketri, Kurusketri, Samaveda, Jujusava, Mamaka Pandavastiva, Kim Akurvata Sanjaya. Sanjay, what they're doing? Why he's asking this way question? He's thinking, I could not control them, I could not discipline them, but maybe the dharma place, that Kurukshetra is a spiritual place, maybe that will change their mind, they will give up the fighting. He's also thinking, they will give up the fighting, maybe they will come to a peace formula. That no more fight, okay, you take 50% kingdom, I take 50%, let's enjoy it. He thought, but it never worked out. But it's the same idea. So here, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also another point he makes. Generally, when people acquire knowledge, or in other words, when somebody has a intelligence within that person by the Vedic scripture, they when you have a intelligence, what do you do? What do you do when you have a lot of knowledge? You know, difference between knowledge and intelligence. When you apply the knowledge, that's become intelligent. You follow? It's not like something. So when you have a lot of knowledge, you apply it, then what do? You just don't do it. You just don't do the activities. You are aware, you know, you want to like figuring out like why this is happening, why that is happening. You think like this. It's true. Then what happened? Do you know what happened to you? You don't get involved immediately with everything. Do you notice? When you know so much about this, so, yeah, I know what is it. Leave me alone. Okay, let me think. You literally like you, this is what Arjuna has the idea. Then why not you tell me intelligence is higher than this fruity work? Instead of joining the ghastly work, why not I just go to that path? Then I'll think like, okay, I don't need this. I don't need this work. Like this is the idea. So, so he's asking, why not Jnana should develop or this knowledge, Jnana Yoga is better. It should develop and you should let me go that route. But Krishna is giving. Now, in the previous chapter, we didn't discuss this way, but the fourth subject matter, you have to remember this is very nice. I found very nice. The whole chapter, 72 sloka. In this chapter is 43 sloka. Previous chapter, 72 sloka is divided into 4 divisions. One is Jnana Yoga, renounced inactivity, no fighting. You follow? And then Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga means you fight, but liberation, fighting for liberation. So first division is no fighting, second division is fighting for liberation, and then third explanation Krishna gave, Karma Kanda, believe or not, in second chapter. And here is Krishna says, you fight for heaven, you're fighting for heaven. You do all these pious activities, you go to heaven. And then last one, Krishna said it, that giving up fighting, bikarma, sinful activities. This is what Arjuna's idea is. So Krishna recommended, guess which one? Nishkam Karma Yoga. This is from 2.2 chapter 38 to 72 is Nishkam Karma Yoga. 38 to 72. This is how whole second chapter is started and ended. Those are very important verses. From 38 is the only verse where about the Juddha, about the war mentioned. Then 39 is the first verse started with Nishkam Karma Yoga. What is Karma Kanda leads to, then Karma Yoga, then Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga means it's like Krishna consciousness beginning, it's like for liberation. You're free all the way to 72. Actually, bhakti is not for, I mean, it is for everybody, but it's not for everybody because people has to understand. Rupa Goswami Pad says the heart, anabrita, was annavilasita sunnam jnana karma anabritam. Jnana karma. Your heart has a cover of layers of jnana, karma. So why do we have to understand jnana, karma? In order to throw away things you don't want, you have to be aware that this is not good for me. Otherwise, you may think that throw what they call in America. Don't throw the bathtub with the baby. I don't think anybody ever did that. Maybe, I don't know why they come up with that. But the idea is that, yeah, you have to be aware what you are throwing. That's why it's very nice, sophisticated. Rupa Goswami Pad put anabritam. Abritam means covered. Anabritam means uncover. He did not say just throw it. It's uncover. You know, uncover means you check it out. What you need, you keep. You don't want. Like Tat Padartha Gyan, Tam Padartha Gyan, Jiva Brahma Ikka Shajija Gyan, 3 types of Gyan. In the Jnana, sorry, not Jnana Kanda. In Jnana section, there is 3 types of Gyan. 2 are important. Third one is you have to understand and throw it in the back. You're never going to use it. The Jiva Brahma Ikka Shajija Gyan. Okay, so we are on the third. Look, we have to go quick. So almost. Okay, quick. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Lokesmin Dividanishta Pura Prokta Mayanaga Gena Jogena Sankayam Karma Jogena Joginam. Translation? Someone? Empirical means you experiment and you take the knowledge. You follow? It's called empirical. You experiment or practical, you can say. Like you have seen this is happened, then it's called empirical. And philosophical speculation means you just guess whatever you want to speculate, just go on. So there's two schools. And proper translation, others are inclined to know him by devotional. So that's us. And there's other two groups which is not us, but they do exist. And some portion of them also within us. Sometimes devotee act like this too in the beginning. Yes. So Karma Yoga is work in Krishna consciousness. So it is devotional service in that sense. And as we progress, we'll see it why. Karma Yoga or Buddhi Yoga is actually turned into Bhakti Yoga. But if you really tell somebody right now that, look, you have to have a surrender, then Bhakti began. Because without surrender, there is no real Bhakti. Mad Bhakti Lavate Param. In order to do Bhakti, pure Bhakti, you have to have a surrender. Then you will never make any devotee. You will never find anybody join. They will join only when you say, just come and experience, chant. They like it. They will stay. They have their own idea, speculation still. You follow. Jnana Yoga is idea there, but they also like it, slowly adapt. If you just make it like, that's it, Bhakti Yoga, Prabhu, nobody will come. Literally, nobody will enter. Very rare, extremely rare. Yes, Bhakti Yoga, pure Bhakti Yoga is, but Karma Yoga, Buddhi Yoga, they are actually is Krishna consciousness in a sense that they are bringing people. Like ninth chapter, when you'll come to ninth chapter, 15 verse, before the ninth chapter has three types of devotee. One devotees are Chaturvida Bhajante Mam Jana Sukritin Arjuna. The four types of pious people, they approach Krishna. They're not devotee. But look at Krishna, he's so liberal. He considered them, you have a 9.15, Krishna considered them all are devotee. Literally, he's like a liberal. Krishna is so liberal. He said they have come. Of course, without association of devotee, they will not become devotee just because they came. But still they consider sometime that they are those who approach Krishna, those devotees, with their association. And the 9, you will see, what is that? Jnana Yogena, what? Teopi, what is the first word? Ekattana Prithakattana Bahuda Vishwata Mukam. What are the translation? Now these are all impersonalist. These are pantheism, impersonalist, monism, but Krishna considered them their worshipper. Krishna is actually, you put them into category, they are worshipper. They are worshipping me. Even though if you look at this in the Purport Prabhupada breakdown, he said there's 4 types of people approach Krishna, and above them are Mahatma. And below them, who is below them? In these 3 categories. Ekottena Prithakattena Bahuda Vishwata Mukham. The second line, Ekottena Prithakattena Bahuda Vishwata Mukham. Means somebody thinks that everything is God, Bahuda Vishwata Mukham. Somebody thinks like God is beyond this nature, transcendental is God beyond the nature. Then there are pantheism who thinks, and then there are some people who thinks everything is so many gods, not just one God. Bahuda Vishwata Mukham means they consider many gods, like that. These are like a polytheistic idea or something. You follow? But Krishna here consider they are all worshipper of him. It's very liberal. So in that sense, we can say it. You follow? That all are ultimately servant of God. Okay, we are running out of time. And did we read the purport? We did the translation, no? No, we didn't. Yeah.
Hatha Yoga and Karma Yoga, or Buddhi Yoga. In this verse, the Lord explains the same more clearly. Sankhya Yoga, or the analytical study of the nature of spirit and matter, is a subject matter for persons who are inclined to speculate and understand things by experimental knowledge and philosophy. The other class of men work in Krishna consciousness, and it is explained in the 63rd verse of the second chapter. The Lord has explained also in the 39th verse that by working by the principles of Buddhi Yoga or Krishna consciousness, one can be relieved from the bond of action, and furthermore, there is no flaw in the process. The same principle is more clearly explained in the 61st verse, that the Buddhi Yoga is to the path entirely to the Supreme, or more specifically Krishna.
See, that's why Buddhi Yoga is also Krishna consciousness, because they depend on Krishna. Okay.
And in this way, all the senses can be brought under control. Therefore, both the yogas are
Interdependent.
interdependent, as religion and philosophy. Religion without philosophy, or sometimes
Fanaticism.
while philosophy without religion is mental.
Yeah, impersonalist. Yeah.
The ultimate goal is Krishna, because the philosophers who are also sincerely searching after the absolute truth come in the end of Krishna consciousness. This is also stated in Bhagavad Gita. The whole process is to understand the real position of the self in relation to the supreme self, or super self. The indirect process is philosophical speculation, by which gradually one may more to the point of Krishna consciousness. And the other process is directly connecting everything with Krishna and Krishna consciousness. Of these two, the path of Krishna consciousness is better because it does not depend on purifying the senses of philosophical process. Krishna consciousness is itself the purifying process, and by the direct method of devotional service, it is simultaneously easy and sublime.
Very good. Now on this, I mean, if we go like this, it is only where 3 sloka. You have any suggestion? Or you can think. See, in the text 4, I'm just going to go very quick. On text 4, na karmanam anaramban, not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by renunciation alone can one attain perfection. Now here few points in the purport, I noticed Prabhupada says, without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the 4th order of life. In other words, if somebody wants to take sannyas, of course, I don't know how many of you want to take sannyas, but if somebody wants to take sannyas and he did not purify the heart, you understand the word purify means? The word purify means it has to be aligned with the scriptures. What scripture says that you do this, like Rupa Goswami Pad says, you get up in the morning, you chant, you join in Mangalarti. You know, Rupa Goswami Pad gave 64 items, and first is Guru Padashraya. You accept a Guru, you take Shiksha, Diksha, and you serve. First 10 is do's, and next 10 is don'ts. The whole list goes. And last 5 is the most important. That 5 things you will get Krishna Prem if you do one of those 5 or 5 little bit of all. So whatever the ISKCON set up is actually those 5 based. What it says, if you look at ISKCON morning program, that's how it is. All the 5s are there in the morning. So if a devotee who wants to renounce the world but did not follow this sadhana, then this will disturb the society, wherever that person is. In other words, if somebody wants to be serious, he should purify the heart. Purify heart, beginning means aligning with the principle, and end means, what is ultimate end of purification? the sensual contemplation does not take place. It comes, but it passes by. They don't even, like, it doesn't even pierce in their heart. It will pass by. You follow. We have to be realistic. Like determination. Determination, in the beginning, determination means you are choosing, okay, withdraw. No more contemplation on the sensual contemplation now. And finally means when the sensual contemplation comes, you stop it immediately. You have that ability. Otherwise, you are not determined. Krishna will not do it for you. You have to build your own determination. You follow? Krishna will help you, but Krishna is not going to do the work you need to do. You have to do your work. So this is very important. So all these verses, these are beautiful verses. So we'll end here, 7:32. We came only 4. And then maybe any suggestion? Otherwise it will take a long time, or you think this is fine? Okay, and make the key points, okay, from each one. That's good. Okay, we'll do that then from next week. Just pick like a main things from the purport. We can be aware where is this from and what is the main focus on that sloka. But I'll just catch up with this. So what did we understand so far? This third chapter is little jig-jag, but Arjuna's first question was, intelligence is higher than fruitive works, then why you are encouraging me to indulge or get into this war? When intelligence is higher or Jnana Yoga is higher, why not I just go? Why Jnana Yoga is higher? Because liberation, it gives you liberation. So his question is that in order to, Krishna wants to promote this Karma Yoga. He says, what if I am qualified, if I'm not qualified for Karma Yoga? What did Krishna say? Come on. You do Karma Kanda and it will eventually lead you to Karma Yoga. Then his question is, what if I am not qualified? What if I am qualified for Jnana Yoga already? I'm frustrated. You ever happened like this? I'm tired of this family. Like, just let me go somewhere. Just want to go to Radhakund and just be there and forget about everything else in this world. This idea will come. Arjuna is not artificial, it's genuine. So then in that case, Krishna says, to set up an example, you still need to do Karma Yoga. So what was the final conclusion of Arjuna's question is that, well, Krishna, Jnana Yoga gives liberation. Will Karma Yoga give liberation? Arjuna, what did Krishna say? Yes, Karma Yoga will give liberation. That's the verse number 9. This is one of the core verse. You have to remember. Verse number 9, Prabhupada quote this. Karmane, no, what is the number 9? Krishna. 7, 8. Here it is. Jagyarthat karmano annatra lokayam karma bandhana tadartham karma kunteya mukta sangha samachara. So this verse, I was going to finish this up to this. The Jagartha karmana annatra. Jagartha karma. So Krishna says, yes. Why you are attracted to Jnana Yoga, Arjuna? I am attracted to Jnana Yoga because it will no more entangle and it will give me liberation. Krishna says, Karma Yoga will give you that. But Jnana Yoga, you will be artificially practicing inactivity, no activity, and just suppress your feeling and senses. But Karma Yoga, you engage your senses. How? You cooking, you offering to Lord. So your eyes are looking at the food, these are good, and your hand went, your leg went, you stirred it, you cooked it, you offer it to Krishna, your senses, karmendriya means active senses. Active senses is involved. Gyanendriya, your eyes look at it, smell, these are Gyanendriya, knowledge acquiring senses. So both are involved. But when you offering to Krishna and then you take the prasadam, then whole senses is purified. Can you see that? It's very practical. So Krishna says, this sloka number 9. I was going to come to that today, but I could not make it. Jagyartha karmano annatra. Prabhupada quote that verse Lord. Jagya artha karmano. So do act on Jagya artha to please Krishna. This is karma yoga. Karma yoga means you engage the senses, knowledge acquiring senses and active senses. You can engage. But in Jnana yoga, you cannot engage karmendriya. Active senses, 5 active senses, you cannot engage in Jnana yoga. How are you going to engage? You will be like sitting in one place, cannot walk. So this is very important. And Krishna gives the very nice assurance. Lokoyam karma bandhana. And if you don't do this, then you will be bounded. And then he says, Tadartham karma kunteya mukta sangha samachara. And then you'll be liberated if you like engage your senses to please Krishna. So this is very nice. It's a very scientific way Krishna is teaching them, teaching Arjuna. It's for us actually, not that Arjuna needed it, but it's very nice. So we'll end here, and the next week we'll do it. Thank you. Gaur Brahmanande Hari Hari Bol. Let's chant for 1 minute. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhave vacha padita nam pavane bho Vaishnave bho namo. Anantagari Vaishnava Binda ki jai.